Hey guys, how are you today? Just want to talk to you for a few minutes here about recruiting for a company. If you're going to recruit for a company, you shouldn't embellish or you shouldn't lie. People are going to find out the truth when they get there. And you're the one that's going to have to go face to face with these people when you lie. Don't tell the truth. Embellish, whatever you want to call it. You can mess with somebody's home life. You can mess with them financially because you can tell them they're going to make tons of money. And when they get there and they don't, they're going to blame you. They're going to hold you responsible. They're going to say you're the asshole that told me to come over here. And you can't blame the driver. And that's what you do in your YouTube videos. Okay, I'm calling somebody out of my company. And I'm not going to put his name out here. He knows, I'm sure, because I just commented on one of his videos and called him out. Look, man. You want to lie, you want to embellish, whatever, you're the one that's going to have to confront with these people. You're the one that's going to have to face the facts. You're the one that's going to have to go face to face once in a while with these people and explain to them why you're doing what you're doing. If the company's taking care of you because you're a big recruiter, whatever. I get recruiting for a company, especially if they're going to take care of you. Why wouldn't somebody do something if they were going to be paid for it? I would. But I wouldn't lie to people. I'm going to be straight up. All right? People want to come up to me and see my settlements, I'll show them. I'll show them what I make. There's no way, as a lease driver with the payments and our fixed costs are pretty low at this place. Compared to other companies I lease at, this is one of the better leases, okay? You can lease new or used equipment, whatever. But the fixed costs, they're kind of low compared to what other companies I worked for. Anybody wants to see that? No, I'm not going to put it on YouTube. But you want to come, hey, meet me somewhere. I'll show you all my settlements. I got no problem doing that. You do. There's no way you're making $2,600 to $3,000 a week here and home every weekend. There's no way. You're home on holidays. There's no way you're making that kind of money. I know you're not. In fact, rumor has it, they talked you out of quitting when you first started here because your checks were that low. Your yearly that you claim you made, I made that too. That's gross. That's before payments, before truck payments, before insurance, before fuel, before all of that. That's not what you took home. That's not what you cleared. Look, hey, if you're clearing that kind of money, I'm going to go to the owners of the company and I'm going to tell them I want to do what you're doing. Okay? Because I'm out here 6 weeks at a time, away from my family, away from my wife. And I'm not doing that great, okay? I do good here. And look, before you say, oh, well, I'm bashing the company, and you go run into, the owners, your coordinator or whatever, and say, look at this driver. Hey, I like working here. I got no problems with anybody here. They are a good company. They're good people. My coordinators probably, they call them, this company calls them coordinators, but they're a dispatcher. They just, a fancy term. They don't call them coordinators because they treat us like owner-operators as a lease driver, and they say we're, in control of our own destiny, and they coordinate with us, which is probably true, okay? But, Sean, props to you, man. Yeah, we may not always see eye to eye, but I do pretty good out here. Lately, I've been doing good. We've had some hard times, but doing pretty good. But anyway, I do like working here. The people are very nice. I've never had an argument with anybody. Just because I don't see eye to eye with everyone all the time doesn't mean they're bad people. Just because they don't see eye to eye with me doesn't mean I'm a bad person. Sometimes, being out here in a truck and you need to vent a little bit. It's the way it is. All right? But good company. Do you make good money here? Yes. Do some drivers not make good money here? Yeah. Just like any company. But this YouTuber, and he knows who he is. I've commented on a video, and I'm sure he's going to run to the aboves and look what this guy's saying. But you know what, dude? You're embellishing. You're not telling the truth. You're not making the kind of money you're making here. And if you are, it's because you're being taken care of. Okay? And I get it. You're a big YouTuber. But you shouldn't be out here, not telling the exact truth to drivers. Okay? And if anything, you're bashing drivers because, you're saying that we should all be professional out here. We should, we should get along and like each other and respect each other. But you're not. You're literally saying in your videos that if you don't make it here, it's your fault. That's not true. Look, not every company is meant for every driver. You have to find a company that's a good fit for you. Just because you or any driver doesn't make it at any company, which you've worked at several companies too. So I guess in that case, you're calling yourself a failure, because this is not the first truck company you in your 26 or whatever years, just like me, now you're 25 years. Okay, I've had my CDL a long time too. Been driving a long time. But just because a driver doesn't make it at a company doesn't mean the driver's fault. Doesn't mean he's a bad driver. Doesn't mean that driver failed because of his own mistakes. I'll say it's 50% company, 50% driver most of the time. Is it sometimes more company? Absolutely. Is it sometimes more percentage for drivers? Yeah, absolutely. There's some drivers that do make some stupid choices, and their choices make them fail. Not everybody. And you're saying literally in your videos that if you fail here, it's your fault. It's not the company's fault. That's not true. We have customer freight. Most of it's very cheap. Okay? You go to Brunswick, Georgia, and you get a $775 load. You know, you go 600 miles with it. What are you making as a lease driver? Come on, that you're literally paying to do that load. You're not making much money on it after gas and everything. Okay? Fuel, sorry. A lot of people don't like when you call it gas. It's fuel, diesel. There's other, North Cove, Palm Beach, it's all cheap freight. You know, a little over $1 a mile. That's all they're paying. We do a lot of broker freights. We go to C.H. Robinson, Coyote. There might be a few others. That's basically all I get, though. It's mostly C.H. Robinson and Coyote. But it's up to the rate, you know, and you make it sound like everything you do, 2 loads a week, 3 loads a week, and, you know, Monday through Friday, you're home every weekend, and you're making that's not true. And if you're making money, it's because the company's helping you out because you're recruiting here, okay? You're not making that kind of money here. If I was, why would I lie? Why would I say, hey, yeah, if I was making that the company, you do make that kind of money at, but I'm not saying that. Do I do okay here? Yes, you have good weeks, you have bad weeks. Out of all the companies, is this my most highly paid job? No. But it's close. It's close, especially lately. I've been doing really well trying to get out of the hole. I got a good coordinator. The maintenance people here are pretty good. I've had no problems with that. I've had no problems with anybody here. Okay? So don't go to the company saying, this guy hates the company, and because it's not true. And my coordinator, Sean, and they all know that. I like working here. And I help them out as long as I'm able to. And even my great weeks, I'm still not pulling in what you're saying. You're $2,600 to $3,000 a week. I don't see it. Could some of them maybe? Maybe. If you've been here a while and you're in with people here, or you have a connection and you make a little more money, but not being home every weekend. Okay? It's not happening. I don't know where you're getting that the company pays for half your tires, because they don't pay for half my tires. You're saying that all you're responsible for on your truck is your oil changes and your cabin air filters, and all you gotta do for everything else is pull through a Volvo dealer, and everything's done. Everything's under warranty for 3 years, 4 years, whatever you said, and that's not true. Bumper to bumper is only a year, and that depends if they say it's driver abuse or if you caused the problem. But it's only a year bumper warranty on all these trucks, and after that, there's some warranties that go up to 3, 4, 5 years, but it's engine, drivetrain, and it's only certain things, not everything. You're responsible for brakes. You're responsible for anything that goes wrong with this truck that's not covered under warranty. They're going to take it out of your settlement. You're going to have to pay that. Now, I've never had a big thing come out yet, so I don't know if they make payments or not. The company has told us in orientation they're not banks, so I don't know if they'll let payment arrangements out of your settlement, but from what I hear from other drivers, it's not always the case. If you're here a long time, maybe they will. That's the influencing factor. But especially if you've only been here a little while, they're not going to make payment. They're going to take it out of your settlement, just like any company does. There's other companies that do help you, but, and I'm sure the company would here too, somehow, some way, work something out. I'm not just going to kick you out of the truck to the curb. I don't think the company would do that to you. And I have had companies do that. Pull in the yard and they kick you out of the truck and they give two shits about you. I don't see Colonial doing that. Colonial is a very good company. Good people. Like I said, you couldn't make good money here. But you can't lie, or you're going to have to face the music when people confront you about it that you've brought over here. Tell the truth. There's no reason to embellish. There's no reason to lie. Nobody did to me when I was coming here. I watched one of the YouTubers that work here, and he's the reason I came over here. Told the truth. Didn't really embellish. You know, I mean, there were times maybe exaggerating a little bit on the money, but, you know, for the most part, he's not he didn't lie. You know, he didn't really. He says it in his videos. He doesn't recruit for the company. He doesn't do his videos for that purpose. You're doing it for a purpose, and you're recruiting, and you're probably getting a little taken care of because of it, which, hey, big YouTubers, it's already known out here in YouTube world. When you got a lot of followers like that and you're a truck driver, of course the company's going to use you as a platform to recruit for. Why wouldn't they? If I owned the company, I would do the same thing. But I would tell you, look, you can't tell them the lies, or you can't embellish, because when you get to orientation or you get in that truck and that stuff doesn't come true, you're the ones going to face the music, not the company. Because the company's going to go, I never told him to say that. I never told him to say this. I don't know where he came up with this, and you're going to look like the fool. And like I've said, you worked at other companies before, so if it's a driver's fault that they fail at a company, I guess you failed several times. Guess I failed several times too. Look, there's companies that I've worked at. Was it my fault? I'm sure. There's a couple companies I left because it was my fault. You are the master of your own destiny. But if you're not a good fit for that company, doesn't matter what happens, you're going to not work out there. When I worked at RTI, great company, great people. They 100% did not lie to you. They were honest to you. They told you you're not gonna make it rich here. Look at their videos on YouTube. They'll tell you you're not gonna make it rich here, but you'll earn a good living. Can you? Yeah. Did I? No. But it's not because RTI was a bad company. I left there because I couldn't do it there. I don't know if it's because of the dispatcher. I mean, I got along with it, but there's reasons why drivers don't work out at companies. You don't see eye to eye with the dispatchers, or you have a truck with issues, and every truck I've had has had issues. I've got brand new truck. I have a brand new truck now I'm having issues with. The last truck before this was a 2020 Volvo with 200,000 miles on it. I had several issues with that one. Ironically, I'm on almost the same issues with this truck, and this is brand new. It always happens to me. I'm like cursed with trucks for some reason. If I get a truck, I tell my dispatcher, it's going to have problems. I guarantee it. It's just the way it is. I keep hoping not, but it is. So far, some simple things wrong with this one, but I run. I have no time to get to a dealer. Or every time I go by a Peterbilt dealer to get the truck work done, they're always too busy. I'm not going to sit for a week or two. You know, I guess I'll have to do it when I go on home time. Now, when I go home, like I said, I'm out 6 weeks. I'm only home for 2-3 days. I'm not home for very long. I'm a runner. I pull the miles. But in this kind of business, and when you're a lease driver on a percentage, miles don't matter. It's the revenue of the load that matters. Now, I only get 67% of the loads that I do. So the company's taking 33%. They don't charge us any trailer rental fees or anything like that. This is the lowest percentage of a lease job I've had. And the money I'm making beats half, 3/4 of the other leases I've done. I had one I was making 80%. I do better here than I was doing 80%. But I've also worked as a company driver in other places and done better than here. So it's not always the driver. Stop blaming the driver. I hate when this YouTuber says that in almost all his videos, that if you don't make it here, it's your fault. Driver's fault. You don't know how to fuel your truck. Man, come talk to me. Talk to my coordinator. You see how I fuel my truck. I fuel for the load, and I do pretty damn good with fueling my truck, and I'm still not making the money you're talking about. So, hey, if you're making it and you want to shut me up, show me your settlements. And I want to see settlements without extra money for recruiting for the company, or because you're getting that bonus because you brought a driver on here. I'm talking about just loads, just like me. You show me your settlement. If you're making more than me, okay, here's the deal. If you show me your settlements, and again, without the recruiting and all that other that I think you're being compensated for, but if you're making that kind of money and all you're doing is running, and you're only running Monday through Friday, and you're going home to load every weekend, and you go deliver it that Monday or whatever, and you're making that kind of money, prove it to me. When I meet up with you on the road, you don't want to put your statements on glass or whatever. I get it. I wouldn't either. Okay? Wouldn't even know how to, I guess, a screenshot it, I guess. But anyway, I'll tell you what. Not only will I go on YouTube Live, well, when I can go live, but I'll make a YouTube video with a direct apology, and I'll even buy you a steak dinner. Prove it to me. That's all you gotta do. Prove to me that I'm wrong. Okay? Real statements, real time, show me the proof. And I'll go on here saying, hey, he's right. Still don't make it right that you're getting taken care of, because I'll tell you what, if you are making that kind of money, which again, I doubt you are, if you are, it's because they're taking care of you. Look, the last thing a company wants, and I wouldn't want it if I had a company either, last thing a company wants is a driver going on YouTube, a big YouTuber, and bashing the company. It's the last thing they want, because they know that not necessarily if you're bashing, but just talking negative, that you're not making money here and you have to go on to some other company. That's the last thing a company wants. I wouldn't want the driver doing that to me. Okay, I wouldn't want it at all. But it's known fact out here that YouTubers get taken care of, especially when they have as many followers as you. So if you are getting loads out here paying that kind of money, it's because you're getting taken care of. You're getting preferential treatment. There's no reason for it. You know, maybe I want to grow my channel then. You know, if I had 17 or 20,000 followers like you do, is that what it's going to take for a company to take care of me? To make that kind of money? I wouldn't want that responsibility all the time, knowing that I have to go on here every day or every other day and, you know, brag about the company or whatever, because they're taking care of you and you're bragging about how good you're doing here, doesn't mean they're going to do that well here. So you can't brag. You can't, I'm making $3,000 a week, but that doesn't make you coming over here, it doesn't make, you know, doesn't mean you're going to make that kind of money coming over here. You can't do that. That's not recruiting, okay? You can't tell them that. I'm making this, but you're not. Because that's literally, I mean, it puts right in your mind. I mean, when I watch your videos and you say things like that, I know he's saying that because he's getting taken care of. That, and he knows people coming over here aren't going to do that well. It's him. You're going to do well, but you're not going to do as well as him. Okay? And the drivers that do come over here that don't do well, I don't blame them. Sometimes I don't blame the company or them. It just doesn't work out. You know? It just doesn't work out. So they got to move on. They got to go somewhere else. You know? I got a family. I got kids. I got to pay them. And if I'm not supporting my family, it's time to move on. It's time to go somewhere where I can. But again, don't go to, hey, look at this guy's doing on YouTube. And he's making fun of the company and he's saying it sucks. I didn't say that at all. I like working here. Kind of feel like I got cheated on the truck a little bit, like I told you in one of your other videos. I mean, I got a bone stock truck. Got no options in it whatsoever. You know, I mean, it's not the prettiest on the outside, but, you know, right after I got this one, and there was one other driver in this truck before I got it. So it wasn't brand new, but the other guy had it for 2 weeks. He put 6,000 miles on it and then quit. Don't know why. Don't care. Okay, but truck has issues. That might be why. If this was the first truck I got here and I had some of these issues, I might have left too. But I don't know why he left. Okay, but I got the truck. I had 6,000 miles on it. There's things that don't work in this truck. But I feel a little bit sometimes like I cheated. You know what I mean? I don't have half the options or any options in this truck whatsoever. That these other new trucks that they're getting, same model, year, everything, and they're fully loaded. You know, they told me not to wait. I kind of got, it was either this truck or nothing really, or I had to stay in what I had, and what I had wasn't very good. If I would have stayed in the truck I had, I would have failed here because of the truck, not because of the company, not because of me, because of the truck. The truck was a very hard truck to run. I wish the truck, whoever got that truck, I really hope that it's gotten better for them. I really do. I wouldn't want to push down on anybody. That truck should have been returned to the dealer. But this truck has some issues too that they're going to have to take care of. It's cold out here sometimes, and my heater in the back don't work. I have to idle my truck for heat. It's got an auto start feature, and it doesn't work. It doesn't auto start for heat, so it would turn on and warm the truck up, and then once it reaches the temperature it's supposed to be, it would turn off. It doesn't work. So I have to idle the truck or turn off, go in the back, because the auto start will work in this truck if the voltage goes too low. That works. So I can go in the back and sleep and put a couple blankets on, but when it gets too cold in some of these areas and snow, you need heat. You know, you can't freeze to death out here. But yeah, other than that, just wanted to put a video out because I commented on his, and I know that he's going to run to the company. And he or others will check my channel out, and I want them to hear my side of the story. Okay, so it is a good company. I hope it works out for whoever does come over here, because there is a lot of money to be made here, and hopefully you will be able to do it. Okay, and drivers, if you aren't able to do it and you come over here and it doesn't work out for you, look, it may not be your fault. It may be, but it may not be. Okay, sometimes there's things go on in people's personal lives that cause them to leave jobs. Doesn't mean they're a bad person, doesn't mean they failed. But hopefully it will work out for you when you come over here. Hey, other than that, you see me on the road, I got no hard feelings against you. I'll talk to you just like I talk to anybody. Okay, but I'm an upfront person, I'm honest, and I expect you to be honest too. Okay, so if anyone that was on his channel saw my comment and came over to mine, if you want to know how I do over here, you have any questions, hit me up. You know, Trucking with Seabiscuit. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. You can send me a personal message. Send me a DM. Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Send me a message on my YouTube channel. It doesn't matter. However you want to get a hold of me. Okay? So, with that said, guys, be safe out there. And please drive careful. Know when to stop. We all know about the accident in Fort Worth, Texas that just happened. It's getting a lot of hype, which I get, but it's not the biggest accident that's ever been out there. There's accidents all the time on 80. We can't forget about all those either, and it doesn't make it right. Know when to stop. If the weather is bad and you don't want to drive in it, stop that truck. Okay? The other driver is right when he put in his video about some of the things, the signs. But if you do see some of the signs, like, you know, ice building up on your mirrors or whatever, or in your window, you need to slow it down big time. Or stop. Easy as that, okay? Loads can be rescheduled. I know late fees are a big issue, and they're gonna, you know, these shippers and receivers are gonna have to be more responsible with not charging late fees and not charging fees, or, you know, rescheduling fees. There's places out here charge $500 just to get a rescheduled appointment. That's bullshit, especially when it's not our fault. All right, but video's long enough. Talk to you guys soon. Please keep it safe out there, and my prayers go out to anybody involved in Fort Worth, Texas, or any of the accidents. There was one in Georgia, somewhere else. There was another one. There was an accident, not weather related, but there was an accident in Florida on 75 that was pretty bad with a couple fatalities. My prayers go out to everyone, the families, the people involved, the companies, but you know, the company will replace you in a heartbeat. Your family can't replace you if you don't make it home. So make that your top priority, okay? You get home safely. And don't kill other people because of your stupid choices either. Okay? There's other people on these roads. There's little kids. There's families in these cars that you're hitting. Be safe out there. Know when to pull over. And again, my prayers out to everybody involved. Hopefully, this will stop. It needs to. It really does. Guys, know when to stop, okay? That said, video is long enough. I gotta go. I'm hoping I'm out of here soon. I've been here 25, 26 hours already. I need to get out of here. I gotta go to Colorado, and I'll be going through some storms, so. All right, till next time, take it easy, guys.